Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel for Everything Football, and welcome to another episode of the Prediction Show. Match week 35, the fourth last match week of the season. 3 weeks to go. The season has gone as flown by, man. It's just flown by. So, in today's episode, to help me with the predictions, I have Arron, the Leeds fan. How are you?
I'm good, buddy. How are you?
I'm very good. I'm very good. Excited to have you on. I've had the 35th different guests on this show. Let's see how you fare in terms of the predictions. So obviously this week it's an extended week. A couple of teams playing their games in hand in the middle of the week, and teams like Chelsea have their games pushed forward because of the FA Cup final next week. So the first game this weekend is Leicester against Newcastle on Friday night. What's your prediction for that one?
I think it'll be a tough game. Newcastle, I think they're not safe just yet. I think they'll just probably need another 3 points to get over the line. I think they just needed one more victory. But I think Leicester, they haven't been in good form recently. So for me, I'll probably go for a draw for that one. So I'm going to go 1-1. What about
1-1.
you?
Do you think Leicester will make top 4 this season?
I think they will. I think they'll only just scrape it.
Do you think Leicester will make top 4?
Yeah, I think they will. I think they'll just scrape there, though, if I'm being honest. I can't see them, comfortably doing it. I think, it's going to be a really tough kind of run-in for them. So I think it's going to be a tough game, this one, because Newcastle will definitely need to try and get the 3 points to be, pretty much safe. Even though I do think they will be. I just think that, it's going to be a tough one. So I'll go for 1-1 for that one.
I agree it's going to be a tough one, but I expect Leicester to edge it. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Leicester. I think they'll edge it 2-1. I think Newcastle are already safe. I think they've taken the foot off the pedal now a bit. So maybe already on the beach, 50% already on the beach. So I'm going to go for a Leicester win. And then the next game on Saturday, is going to be, let's go with Sheffield against Crystal Palace. Sheffield already relegated, Crystal Palace already on the beach.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's a bit of a dead rubber, this one. Sheffield United are down, as you've said.
Yeah.
Palace, I think Hodgson's probably going to go in this summer. But I can see them I can see this being a boring game. But I would say Palace will probably win that 2-0. Nothing special from that one.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I can't see Sheffield scoring. I can see Crystal Palace making it 1-0, maybe a penalty from somewhere. So Sheffield 0, Crystal Palace 1. That one is a dead rubber. Nothing to add on that. The next game on Saturday, a big one. Manchester City against Chelsea. Obviously, a City win clinches the title for them. Chelsea fighting for top 4. This could be the Champions League final in the next couple of weeks. So what do you expect in this one?
Again, it's going to be really close. And I think Chelsea this week have run really well. They seem to have kicked in at the right time as well. Foden is you've got him on the screen there. He's class, absolutely brilliant. Class. Looking forward to seeing him in the Euros. But I think this one, I think City will I think they'll get it done. They'll want to get it done and dusted. They'll want to focus on the Champions League because. That's the one thing that they want the most, I feel. And I've spoken to a couple of City fans. The title is done and dusted, but I can see them wrapping it up this weekend. So for me, I think I will go for 2-1 Manchester City.
2-1. I think there'll be more goals than that, so I'm going to go for Chelsea. Chelsea 2 and City to win it 3-2. City to win it 3-2.
Yeah.
And then the next game, the last game on Saturday, Liverpool against Southampton. Do you think Liverpool make the top 4 this season?
No, I don't. I think they've been absolutely appalling of Liverpool, the worst defending champions. They've been out of form. Leeds took a really good point off them a couple of weeks ago. But again, Southampton, they've got nothing to really give us. As you said, I think they've got one eye on the beach already. So I think Liverpool probably edge this one. So I'll probably go 3-0 Liverpool.
3-0 to Liverpool. Now Southampton have been on really terrible form, especially this year, and they actually eliminated us from the FA Cup. It's very, very painful. I think they'll lose. I think they'll score a goal. I don't think Liverpool's defense is up to task this season. So I'm going to go for Liverpool to win it by 3-1. And then let's head over to Sunday. Obviously, the first game on the first game on Saturday that I skipped was Leeds against Tottenham. I didn't want to start with it, so Leeds against Tottenham.
I thought you were leaving that one to last, but Leeds Tottenham. Do you know what? Leeds have had a poor couple of games, and I'm not going to slate them because I think, it's the Premier League. It's his first season back. We've done what we needed to do. We've achieved Premier League safety. And for us to be mid-table, I think at this stage of the season is remarkable. But Spurs, Tottenham Hotspur, I think we're playing at the right time. I think they've been poor. I think Mourinho should still be there, in my opinion, because I think he was, under the circumstances, he was doing okay. But for me, I think Leeds, I fancy Leeds for this one because we've taken points off City. We've, the so-called Big Six, we've taken points off them. We've taken draws off Arsenal at home. We've beaten City away. We drew Liverpool. We drew Manchester United. I can see us taking something from these guys because, the so-called Big Six, we need a result against these guys at home. So I think for me, I would go Leeds 4, Tottenham, listen to this, 2. 4-2.
Wow. That's a game to watch. That's a great opening.
It's going to be a great game. We haven't scored in a couple of weeks. And I think, Bielsa has been working them hard on the training pitch this week. They were going to come all out, guns blazing. I think Bamford will get back on the score sheet because we want to see him in an England shirt. I think Rafinha may be playing, and I think we've missed him over the last couple of weeks. So I think this is one which will give us a kick on. For me, it's just ending the season positively, and as you can see, because I think we've only got Burnley, Southampton, and West Brom. We haven't got any tasty ties to really get into. So just finish on a high, beating these guys 4-2. Would be great. Yeah. So I'm going to go 4-2 because there's going to be goals.
And you're very right on you guys drawing with us at your place, drawing with Arsenal, drawing with 0-0, drawing with City as well, 1-1. I think you drew with United 0-0 as well. You drew with Liverpool.
We beat City 2-1 with 10 men.
You should really have beaten Liverpool as well. The game that was played like 3 weeks ago, you should really have beaten them. Missed a lot of chances with the bye. I think Bamford. I think this time around, I think Tottenham won't beat you at all. I think it might be a draw just because Ryan Mason is there. They have that slight bounce back and they got a very good victory last week. So I'm going to go for Leeds 2, Tottenham 2. I think it's going to be a great game to watch. I'm going to go for a draw in that one. And then let's go to the Sunday's games. Wolves against Brighton.
Brighton got a good result against us. They played okay. I wouldn't say they were anything special. But Wolves, again, they haven't been. They've had a really poor season. I think Wolves. I think we should expect them to be in the top 8 this season. I think they're 14th or 13th or whatever it is. So I think they've had a poor season. But again, Brighton, they're safe now. They're happy. I would probably say this would probably be a draw. I'll probably go 0-0. It's going to be one of the boring games of the weekend because both teams got nothing really to play for. They've achieved what they need to do.
I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. I think apart from Leeds and Manchester City, I think Brighton actually plays really interesting football, just like you guys and City, but they never convert their chances. That's their issue at Brighton. They really play exciting football, always attacking every single game. We saw against you guys, Welbeck scoring a spectacular goal. I can see a draw here. You're very right on Wolves. Wolves haven't been on top of the game, and they still managed to beat Arsenal. They've still managed to beat Arsenal home and away.
Arsenal haven't had the best of seasons, have they?
Shows you.
It's just interesting to touch on this one. I saw a couple of links on Twitter that Potter was linked with the Spurs job, the Brighton head coach. That'd be a good appointment for them because I think he would need that natural step up. So it's going to be a boring draw, that one.
Awesome. And then the next game on Sunday is Aston Villa against United. Obviously, if Chelsea beat City, they'll still have another chance to win the title if Villa beat United.
I think Manchester United, obviously with the disruption from last week with the protests, they've obviously got Roma to play tomorrow. I think Manchester United, they've wrapped up second place. I think they'll be putting all their eggs in the basket for the Europa League. I think they'll definitely want to finish with the trophy. Villa, they've had a remarkable season. And I can see Villa, especially if Grealish starts, I can see them really, really kicking on from this. So I fancy Villa to nick that 2-1 against Manchester United because they haven't played very well either.
Wow.
2-1 Villa.
I think United leading 6-2 on aggregate against Roma. I think they'll literally rest their players against Roma and maybe try and win this one. So I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. I don't think Villa will lose as well. I think they'll draw 2-2 in this one.
Don't you think that
the next game on Sunday, West Ham against Everton. West Ham fighting for top 4. Everton, I think they're now out of it.
Yeah, I think West Ham are...
Go ahead.
West Ham have been quite poor recently. They haven't got results. Everton, poor. But I think for West Ham, I think they're realistically going to finish fifth. I think they're going to fall away. So I think for me, I would probably go for 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. I actually think Everton will win this, and they'll win it easily. In fact, I'm going to go for 3-1 to West Ham. I think they're fighting for the top four. Everton are now relaxed. I think they'll win it 3-1. Then the next game on Sunday, you could call it a dead rubber as well, Arron. Arsenal against West Brom. I don't think you're getting anywhere, and I think West Brom already relegated.
Yeah, West Brom are down. I think they're pretty much gone on. I can see Arsenal absolutely hammering them to send them down and confirm it. So I've got Arsenal 4, West Brom 0.
Even if I think we'll change the team. I think we have Villarreal on the Thursday and then Chelsea on the Wednesday. So I agree with you. I think we'll win. I think they'll get a goal. I think Big Sam's team will get a goal. So I'm going to go for Arsenal 3, West Brom 1. And then the next game on Monday, Fulham against Burnley. A couple of weeks ago, this would have been really interesting, but Burnley have climbed the table and Fulham have lost a couple of games to literally confirm the relegation. So prediction on this one?
Yeah, again, I can see Fulham, they'll scrap and try and fight this. Burnley had obviously a good result last week. I can see Fulham making this. I'm going to go 2-1 Fulham.
2-1 to Fulham. I'm going to go for a 0-0 draw. I can see a 0-0 draw here, unfortunately. And then let's go in. Those are the 10 games. So let's go into the extra games for the week. So on Tuesday, we have Southampton against Crystal Palace. So obviously, you predicted a loss for Southampton over the weekend. And for Crystal Palace, I think you predicted a win, against Sheffield. So what do you see this one? Great.
Again, and it's kind of a dead rubber, mid-table, boring kind of game of football. I won't be watching it, if I'm being honest. I think the National League's on at the same time on Tuesday. Yeah. I think I'll probably watch that. I think, again, I can see nothing from this. It's a dead rubber game. And I could probably see maybe a 0-0 or 1-1 draw.
Yeah. Awesome. Then on Wednesday, we have United against Leicester. So obviously, United, you've predicted them to lose against Villa and then Leicester to draw against Newcastle. So who bounces back first?
I think Manchester United will. I think Leicester will struggle against these. So I would probably go for Manchester United 2, Leicester 0. Wow,
Leicester no goal for Leicester. I can see another draw here. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. And then the next game is going to be Chelsea against Arsenal. I have no good feeling about this one. I can tell you we've not won at Stamford Bridge since 2011. You thought your record in London was bad. We also don't do that good in London at Stamford Bridge since 2011. So do you think the poor run will continue?
For Arsenal, no, I can see this will be a good game. I think it'll be quite open. There'll definitely be goals. I think Chelsea will try and cement that top 4 place. I think for Arsenal, you guys, I think that the Europa League is probably the priority this season now, because obviously you want European football next season. So I would probably say that Chelsea will try and push this one, and I think Arsenal will maybe rest players for this. So I'll probably go. Unfortunately, I'll probably go Chelsea 2, Arsenal 0.
Do you think the Europa League result will affect? Maybe, let's say you go out of the Europa League. Do you think we'll take this game seriously?
I think they would have to do, yeah, of course, because you want to try and get into that top 7. Because I think the 7th place will probably give you the Europa League, the conference, the Europa Conference League pot, whatever it's called. So I think for this one, again, it depends. It depends on how well you play tomorrow. If you get knocked out tomorrow, then it's going to be difficult, because you want to bounce back quickly. You want to try and focus on the league from the remaining 4 games. I think you can easily do it still. But I think it would depend on how he performed tomorrow night. But I think Chelsea will still push on and try and get this through. I think they'll probably win 2-0.
Okay, I think we'll rest our players against West Brom. I think we'll have our players back for this one. So I'm going to go for 1-1 draw. I don't think we'll win it. And then on Thursday, Villa against Everton again. Obviously, they played last week, so this is now a game in hand. I think Aston Villa won 2-1 at Everton. And how do you think this one will pan out this time?
I think it's going to be interesting to watch this one. This is one that I am looking forward to, Villa Everton.
Yeah.
Villa in good form, Everton not in so good form. But again, it's going to be a dead rubber game. Both teams won't make the Europa Conference League or the Europa League.
Yeah.
I can see this being a draw. So I'll probably go for 1-1 with this one.
1-1. So Those are the predictions for this week. I have 5 questions I always ask every single week. Aaron, the first one is you're going to focus on the first 10 games. So let's ignore the last 4. That's Chelsea, Arsenal, City, United, Leicester, Aston Villa, Everton. Let's ignore the last 4. So for the first 10 games, how many penalties will be awarded?
For this week or for the
just from Friday to Monday, ignoring the games in hand.
It depends how VAR is.
Yeah.
How many will be awarded? 2.
Just 2. Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
VAR error. Arron has gone for 2 penalties.
2
okay.
penalties.
And then which team will 3 penalties? Okay. Which team will score the most goals?
Ooh.
Obviously, there's Leeds against Tottenham. There's Arsenal against West Brom.
Yeah, that's a tough one this week. Who's going to score the most goals? Leeds. Bear in mind, we only play once.
Leeds to score the most.
Yeah.
Okay. I think you predicted 4 goals for Leeds and Arsenal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then in the 10 games, how many goals will be scored in total? No one has ever gotten this bottom. 35 different guests. Aaron, no one has ever gotten this bottom.
None of them
the
have got it
closest
right.
was someone predicted 26. None. The closest was 26, and there were 25 goals in the week.
So I'll go for 27. Because that's what I'm looking at.
27. Okay. Which team will definitely keep a clean sheet?
Who can keep a sheet this? It's a tough one. Manchester City.
Manchester City, okay, against Chelsea. Wow, okay. And then the last one, 3 players to definitely score this week.
Patrick Bamford, he'll score a hat-trick against Tottenham. Who else? Who's going to... Foden, I think he's been absolutely class. Phil Foden, I think he'll get on the score sheet. And I will go for Gundogan for Man City.
Gundogan, okay. You think Gundogan will start? Okay. So thank you very much for coming on. We'll see how you do by next week. Where can they follow you? I'll leave his links to his YouTube channel and then his Twitter as well. Where can they follow you?
Arron S. Marshall on Twitter or LS11 LUFC on Twitter.
Awesome, and thank you very much for coming on. You're really confident about Leeds. I can see that. I think both of us are kind of fighting for top 10. So who knew that would be the battle this season? Arsenal and Leeds fighting for top 10.
Absolutely,
but that's the reality. So yeah, thank you for coming on. Thank you for watching. Keep staying safe. Comment down your predictions for the week, and I'll catch up with you guys later.